to me you won't.
I'll swear nothing. I'll do what I please, see whom I please, say what I please.
You belong to me, and you're gonna stay with me. Get that? You're gonna stay with me because I'm holding on to you. When I committed murder to get you. With all my heart, I still love the man I killed.
Can't believe all the lies and the secrecy. You provoking gave me your bad energy. I cooked and cleaned, you wasn't helping me. You say I'm a great man, so be honest, please. We the king and the queen, so no one compete. I'm a man of my word, but I kinda cheat. Got a wife on my arm, but she's not as sweet. Play the victim, but I'm the one getting beat. Why ruin my name? You can't take the shame of me walking away. So why was a game? You played till you lost, and I gave it away. How can you honor me? We can't keep a bond, ain't no loyalty. When it comes to the truth, ain't no sympathy. Take the curse off our youth, that's our symphony.
You started to change for the betterment, and I started to see that I wouldn't fit. Never wanted me, came to take the kids. No, I cannot let you, I cannot let you, can't let you go. Never admit I did it. Everyone know that I'm guilty, and the feelings are strong. Fake everyone around me. Say you love me so proudly. They don't even know about me. Oh, you left me on my own. I can't believe you treated me like the woman I wanted to be. All heavenly. How could I be so selfish? I was too far gone. Dangerously, I'm so in love with you. I didn't know what else that I could do. Either way, you knew I would act a fool. 'Cause you're not leaving me and I'm not leaving you. You started to change for the betterment, and I started to see that I wouldn't fit. Never wanted me, came to take the kids. No, I cannot let you, I cannot let you, can't let you go. Never admit I did it. Everyone know that I'm guilty, and the feelings are strong. Fake everyone around me. Say you love me so proudly. They don't even know about me. Oh, you left me on my own. I can't forgive, I can't forgive. Can't let you live, can't let you live, can't let you live. If you think you can walk out on me, then this where it ends, this where it ends, this where you win, this where you win. Oh no, I can't forgive, I can't forgive. Can't let you live, can't let you live, can't let you live. If you think you can walk out on me, this where it ends, this where it ends, this where it ends, this where you win, this where you win. No one else can see you coming home. 'Cause now that you're gone, I still can't move on.
Did you ever talk to Risha or something and say, why did you hang up on your brother?
Why she hang up on you?
Yeah, did
I
you?
don't know why she did. I did. She got angry. She was crying. She was crying, and she said she hung up the phone.
Right. Do you think that's a mature way to handle a problem?
Oh, no, her. If you don't believe,
Mama, I'm asking you a question.
You don't believe us.
If I call you, that means I'm trying to handle the problem, right?
That's right.
So my thing is, if you hang up on me, even though I'm not yelling at you, I'm not cursing you out, I'm not being disrespectful to you.
But how was she acting though?
Erratic.
Was she crying? And
Erratic.
You said you crying and you didn't care about her crying.
Mama.
And you're emotional and you didn't like that.
So you think that was the right thing to do?
It was right.
Okay, so then why ain't you saying it was wrong? If you care about your kids, right? If you care about your kids as a parent, isn't one of the best things for you to do is to watch who you bring around them?
Yes, of course.
Okay, does that include family?
And you're there with them? Because that's what happens, right? But who was there? The family, if they live.
Obviously, we're not around like we used to, right? And we've been very vocal about it, very clear, regardless of who believe it. With us saying that, aren't we taking the proper steps to rectify the issues that we even had in our own life?
Well, good for y'all.
We should be more. That's not the point. The point I'm not making is for us to be pat on the back. What I'm saying is, when you say parenting doesn't come with a manual and we make mistakes as parents, as adults, right? It shouldn't be a negative thing that we are doing that, because that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? We're supposed to be better than the last generation, right?
For human beings, I don't know.
I do my best to get through to my family, friends, you name it. I talk to everybody with respect, understanding, everything. And guess where it go? Where do we go? Where do you usually go? Nowhere. These are the reasons that you don't see me. That's why I'm like a myth. I'm like a ghost. You can't see me. Ooh. I try my best. You're supposed to, when you have a problem with somebody, what's the best way to handle it?
Address the issue.
Okay, in a respectful manner, right?
Yes.
How many events have we been to in a family? A bunch, right?
A whole lot.
And we stopped going to them because when we were addressing problems, they were not getting handled.
Nobody's perfect. Oh, well, you know, so-and-so is just this way. You know how so-and-so is. You know how this is. You know how that is.
Right.
Well, guess what? I'm the motherfucker that's going to drag that so-and-so. Because if I told so-and-so to stop and y'all not doing nothing about it, but y'all wait till I get pissed off and say, listen, this is it. I'm tired of it, and I end up whooping ass. Sweep it up under the rug like a lot of the molestation that's been happening.
Right.
But now we have to address you want to throw away your sisters and get to know the other people. Half of them already gone.
Right. I can't do nothing with that, huh? Because they think about it. Like, first of all, I don't throw away people unless they're bad people. And even then, I already gave them 100 chances, right? That's the way we both operate. But it's wrong for me to get to know my own siblings just because they didn't come from my mother's body.
And they were actually made first.
All three of them.
They were made first.
All three of them. All of them.
So how can you call those kids outside kids when they were made before your kids?
Technically, wouldn't we be the outside kids because we came after those kids? Right.
You decided to be a bitter person.
Right.
And not allow those children to even have a relationship with their own siblings.
Right.
That's wrong.
That's wrong on so many levels.
That is so wrong.
So many levels.
But I digress.
Sweet Mexican Jesus.
Sherry was born, we were standing right around the corner from each other.
Okay.
And me and Sherry had got into it one night. The police I told him, I said, well, let me go to my brother's house. I got a brother that live close here. So I walked around them. And it was late there. He told me, we're going in there, the bedroom, go to bed, sleep it off.
Real.
And the next day I got up and walked back home. Everything, so far I was fine. But I would visit them a lot, just about on a daily basis.
Oh, because y'all was that close in proximity.
And I never saw, usually somebody fighting, you're going to see a bruise or something. She was about Risha's size.
Yeah.
She was a little bit thicker than Risha, a little bit taller, but she basically was about Risha's stature,
Right.
Because see, let me say this way it's on my mind, and I mean I'm not trying to point a finger at anybody,
right?
But Risha and I was talking one day, and she told me that your ex-wife told her that Richard was abusive to Quita. It made me think about my daddy different. I said, don't do that.
Right.
You know, this could be just something that your mother may have told her. She really don't know for sure.
See, Sheriff didn't say
she don't witness nothing. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm trying to find out.
Don't take that to her, because this is something that you heard. You ain't seen nothing.
Right. You far either further removed from it, even though you're one of the children.
Yeah.
Because as a lot of times as children, when adults are doing stuff, and this is why I minded my business when I was a child, you don't fully understand what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? You see it as a kid, and she seen her mother and father fighting at a very young age, and her mother doesn't think that she's seen
My mom didn't think that I seen or remember.
But her mama was the one that started it.
I was 4 or 5. She told me that my dad tried to kill her. That's all she said. One day after my dad passed, and I was going through she was saying, "Oh, your dad's just this great person. Oh, I was like, excuse me, ma'am? You told me my dad he ain't never do this. Oh, well, he did this and he did that. Oh, he took y'all on trips. And wait, excuse me?" And all of my memories came back.
Started coming back. Like, my daddy did do this.
And I remember the day that he choked her. I remember, and I told her, I said, "You lied to me. You told me that my daddy tried to kill you just because he was upset that he didn't have a job, he lost his job, this and that. You beat him." She wouldn't let him walk out the door. She was kicking. She kicked him in his growing area, and that was after the 30 to 45 minutes she wouldn't let him out the house. She kicked him as he was trying to leave out. He turned around and choked her to the couch and held her down. My mom was looking at me with her mouth open.
And see, mind you, she was 4 or 5 when this happened. So when she told her mama this about a year ago.
Yeah.
Her mom was like, "I didn't think you seen it." And that's the problem with parents and adults. They think nobody. We always know our children are watching. So a little thing where we start to raise our voice up, we'll go in the other room.
Yeah.
I found you found the article? Damn, I couldn't even get to. Wait a minute. Now, mind you, I'm today years old when I find this commercial appeal article. Wait, just wait one. See, I'm trying to. Me and my wife should have came where you at and talked to you in person. Listen, my wife would be tripping right now if she in there working in the house. Oh my goodness. You mean that's that part? Okay, you got the story right. As far as let me tell you the part that's an altered version, because I gotta give you the updated version.
Okay, give me the updated version.
You got the 92 version. Let me bring you on to the Microsoft 2024 version. You remember them CD thing we used to get for the internet back in the day?
Yeah.
Them AOLs? You got that one. I need to bring you up to the digital. Okay.
Okay, bring me up to the digital.
Okay.
Tell me, what were they going to talk to his family about? What were they going to ask them?
They were going.
Since it happened at my house.
Mama, you are taking this like I'm blaming you. I'm telling. How did they do a full investigation if they didn't talk to his family? I mean, y'all were married, but y'all were separated at the time, living in two different.
Richard, because I was the so-called guilty party. You want to know why they didn't go to their house and ask them what questions?
No, Mama, why?
It happened at my house.
Mama,
with him in it.
Mama, if I got killed and me and Nene were living in two different addresses and we were married, they would talk to her first, and they would talk to my family. I talked to the Hardys. They said the cops never talked to them. You agreed the cops never talked to them.
Well, they didn't say it.
Mama, you sound like you didn't want you would have been mad if they talked to somebody other than you.
Well, how did I? Wait a minute. That's my God.
All I'm doing is telling you.
Talk to Jesus.
By them not talking, by the police not talking to his family, and by you not being as direct with his family, and by the fact that we weren't seen for a while as the children, Of course, they're going to gather that it must have been some foul play.
That's correct. And not seeing because y'all asses didn't want to go.
Mama, there's a lot of stuff we didn't want to do. We had to do.
They didn't want Richard. They didn't. Do you not believe what I'm saying? When Gramps said I did it, she didn't believe I didn't do it.
You don't understand their perception.
All I hear about their perception.
They are the ones who never got any closure. You got at least some closure because you were there.
I'm sorry they didn't get closure. It's not something I understand. And I do understand that nobody had nothing to do with me. This man died in my house. Then the paper, estranged wife. This man just come over and babysit y'all.
Mama, that's not
y'all
what...
come over and I make it sleep. But if you want to stay,
Mama, I don't think you understand what estranged means.
I do know what estranged means.
Well,
John.
Mama, by all definitions, that was the proper wording, even if you didn't like the word.
I don't care. You didn't have to live it, son.
Mama, I'm just telling you from a...
You won't find all the answers and everything in that tragic night I had.
Mama, you getting mad at me about stuff that you did.
I'm not angry. I'm hurt.
Mama, you the one didn't tell me this stuff.
You asked me a while back.
This is why I don't talk to y'all. This is exactly why I can't talk to y'all. Y'all just use emotions. Y'all. Mama.
You know what it is,
oh my God! You act like I didn't lose my dad. You act like I don't got his name. You act like I don't have a son with the same name.
Just speak for the rest of the girls. It's not just you. That's why I didn't tell y'all all that stuff when y'all were kids.
I asked the Hardys the same questions, and they didn't fuss at me.
I'm not, Richard.
They didn't raise their voice at me. Just because you question somebody does not mean you saying they're guilty. You're questioning them to find out what the issue may be. So Uncle Bill died under mysterious circumstances. Uncle Butch died under circumstances. So now we have at least 2 or 3 Hardy men that have died under mysterious circumstances.
Who's number 3? I know. Yeah. So what? Jean killed Bill. I killed Richard. Is that? Yeah. She was smart with me, and you know. But then it turns around. People pointing fingers at her.
Why is everything out of the realm of a possibility of a woman doing something wrong? Why is it too hard to fathom?
This has nothing to do with that. A woman, this has nothing to do with it. My husband took his life.
She helped nurse him back to health. She came back to him after that. Second time, it was after he had beat her. She was tired. She didn't want that around you all no more. She wasn't going to accept it. They promised that he wasn't going to do it no more. She didn't want to hear it. Somehow she went in the back to do something. She heard the gunshot. He was sitting on the couch. And he laid there on the floor and bled out. Because this time it didn't go like he planned it.
You and Uncle Chuck's stories are not even actually the same.
Now, I don't know why.
Because Uncle Chuck has nothing to gain.
My God.
Listen.
Okay, well, I have everything to gain. What the hell did I have?
Mama,
what did I gain?
Mama, they don't have an image to uphold. They don't. They have.
So
I already told you.
You're saying I had an image to uphold.
Mama, you still got one. I told you. You and Daddy were popular people. Okay? With popularity comes image, meaning that there's a certain level of image.
Popularity has nothing to do with me, popularity. I was 30. What you talking about? I was 30 when the man died, and what you talking about? I had popularity. I've been who I've been as a child.
So you haven't been popular? Is what you're saying?
What did I popular to do with my husband's death?
So I'm gonna ask you one more time. Why is Daddy here after all this time? Because I ain't asked for him.
Y'all already, I'm accused. Richard said I did it. Okay, that's what he said.
So
I know the truth. And too bad y'all don't know. And God knows the truth. If I would be convicted.
No, not really. We hear about people.
I'm not finished. In spirit. something wrong or do something like that.
All the way going from San Diego, San Francisco, all the way up to the last day. You telling me all of this true? To your remembrance, all of it's true. I'm asking you.
Richard, I would have told you, baby.
Mama, no, you wouldn't. You didn't even tell. No. Listen, you wouldn't have told me because you didn't tell me about them kids. So no, don't say you would have told me.
No, I didn't lie. You trying to say if I'm lying?
You didn't tell me though.
I didn't tell you about them, so I didn't lie. Now he didn't tell you all either, and he was supposed to be.
No, he didn't. I mean, he did. I ain't say he did. I wish he would have said something. Of course, at that age, I wouldn't really understood it. Did anyone you personally know insinuate that you did it?
A lot of people I know personally. Yeah, a lot of people know.
Why do you think they would just because you was the wife naturally to think the
right?
Person? And it was at your residence,
right?
Yeah,
but you know they did the whole. There was no. They said powder burns on his hand, not yours. And then all the stories. I heard somebody was with the Lord. He's dead too, so don't talk crazy.
When Richard got killed, most of them really wanted to take y'all from Quita.
Really?
Because they felt like they were better fit to raise y'all, but they didn't push the issue.
Gramps and Uncle Bill tried to get us. Is that true?
Try to get y'all?
Yeah, like to take us, custody of us. Try to get us because they wasn't sure if you could take care of us.
I don't know nothing about that.
He said that they reached out to you to basically say, hey, we here, you whatever. And you was like, nah.
Could have, yeah. But y'all wasn't taking my babies for what? Because she came, when she did come over, she said, whatever. And the only thing came out of my mouth is, he wanted me back. That's all I could say. The police labeled it sympathy shot. Because that's what it was, I believe, the first time, too. He knew where to shoot. She said, but this time, that bullet traveled. I'm the wife. There's only one Mrs. Richard Hardy, and that's me. To this day. Y'all don't get no checks from that. I do.
What the f*** are you talking about?
Yeah, you got, and then had nerve a year later.
1989.
Because we moved, as my phone rung, and I heard the voice on the end. Hello? I said, what do you want? Do you know this? I said, yeah, I know who it is. What do you want? I was just calling you to say I'm sorry. I said, yes, I heard you getting married. Are you afraid that what you done
getting married
to me? Terry, huh?
She was getting married.
She called me.
Ooh,
and I said,
didn't know her.
I said, oh, yeah, I heard. I was calling to tell you I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I said, and asked her for forgiveness, and I didn't really know then. I said, don't ask me for forgiveness, ask God. I said, I heard you were getting married. I said, what are you afraid he's going to do to you what you done to me? Your husband?
Probably did happen.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle. That's what we talk. That's the reason why we be talking about it. It's a cycle.
She said, I was going to show up at your job. I said, and let me tell you what you'd had a well-whooped ass. You would come to that door, through them doors.
She would have been balling down that lane, wouldn't it? Hey, look at that strike! Oh, man. Damn, man.
No, you wasn't going to come. Yeah. Damn. Baby, because that'd been it, baby.
So one time I went to get the mail at the mailbox, and I noticed that it had my name on the mail. So naturally, like any child, I thought, well, this must be for me. I ended up opening the mail or whatever and finding out that it was like a Social Security check or something like that.
Yeah.
And I confronted Mama about it, and boy, did it go left. But I started to be able to go to the bank and get the money out.
Oh, she gave it to you? Well.
What you trying to say is she didn't give you yours.
No, it went towards the bills. I knew we was getting a check.
Yeah, but see, she just really don't tell me nothing.
Yeah, she ain't never mentioned none of that to nobody. She ain't never said anything about it. You know, we ain't never really talked about it, so I just...
Left it alone. Just from the outside looking in, if anybody seen this, it looked like you killed her, right? You know, what you think she said?
That's about it.
That would have been a safe bet.
What you
What you think she said?
I don't know.
If I take myself out of it that these are my parents, if I look at it honestly, and I've been watching Snapped with her all the time, I'm gonna be honest with you, Mama. It looked like you did it.
Exactly.
It looks like you did.
I said that.
Did anybody outside of her know that he was putting his hands on you? Or was she the only one that knew?
No.
Well, that was kind of an in-house thing. You didn't tell everybody. At the time that a guy named Snowman did it. So I was like, oh, well, what's a snowman?
Yeah, I don't care what y'all show each other what, because I never. And that's another thing. I said, because you don't believe in God. Honey, I do. I believe in God, and I will put my hand on the Bible. I didn't take my husband's life. Didn't kill him.
What she stomp her feet and say, baby?
I ain't never slept with no other man.
You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Now, I don't care damn who you slept with, but...
And you don't know, did you sleep with somebody else? What that have to do with the killing of your father? No, man. And no man. Somebody waiting there. We got to our house. And I tell them to come on, lay down. Or somebody break in and... God. I cannot have you guys thinking, not you guys, you. I don't shoot no gun, don't know how, don't want to know how, scared to death. And ain't nobody was in my house. And nobody came through my door. What man? That's my husband. What the snowball thing is. Who do I know that's named Snowball? So what did he do? Kick in my door and shoot my husband? But I remember telling Parkinson, no. That's how they kill Richard. But I kill you. That's how angry I was. Because when these things came out in the church.
He kept up with her all the time, no matter what she did. He was down. Because he was crazy about Quita. When you do stuff like that, it don't go through no thought process. I mean, you look at your options. Right. Okay, you can't get a job to get no money. Everybody is behind on you about this and that, because when you broke and you still running, you creating bills, you creating this and that, and so and your only thing you could do is let me start this thing over and straighten this out with Quita, and that'll be, and she would go for it. So now the door just slammed in your face, and you have nowhere to go. It ain't cut and dry, and that's why I wouldn't say nothing, because I thought that don't mean nothing. Just like I said, I didn't know nothing about after he go in there and close the door what be going on. Right. He may have been jumping on him.
You still don't think they think she killed her? She killed Richard. I know she did. Yeah, she killed him. She killed him. Well, I'd be in jail. Yeah, I'd be in jail. I live with the man. I seen the gun.
She said, I'm getting that he's saying he didn't kill himself. What you think my mama said?
Well, who did?
Nope, she wouldn't do that. What you think she said?
He did.
Nope. That's what I would have said if I'm guilty.
Right.
I would have said that. You know what I wouldn't have said? What? I don't give a damn if we in court of law.
What do you think? That I killed your father?
No. But I think that I think you know more information than you've actually told me.
Oh my God, you're wrong.
Okay, and I can be wrong. See, if I'm wrong, I have no problem apologizing and saying my bad. But I'm not just gonna believe every and anything, and I've been believing so much.
That your mother.
You.
I'm not your enemy.
No, but apparently I'm y'all enemy because see, last time I checked, we got the same mother and father. Am I right?
Oh my God.
We got the same mother and father, right? So if I'm telling you,
don't insult my intelligence, okay? Please.
Okay, y'all. Okay. What if Granny come back to her again and say something? She lying to then?
I just said she was lying then. Well, what did she have to say?
I told you
she was over there with him saying over there. Maybe you want me back in there talking about.
But that's not the point. It's not the point about her. She's irrelevant.
Oh really? But you wouldn't got information.
Because she knew him. She knew Pat Ray knew him. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So, but what did he have to say about me? But he knew that he was seeing this girl.
Because she had told us that one of the motorcycle dudes had said to her years later or sometime later, insinuated that you killed Tricky.
Wow.
I think they probably was Johnny Brooks.
That sounds familiar because when I heard she said Johnny somebody, this was at the apartment. Somebody named Johnny.
And I was like, I thought it was, at the time, I thought it was like a little disrespectful to say that. Why would you say that about, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's a thing that's kind of insensitive, right?
Exactly.
He got caught up because he was nice looking. And he was old girls love him. So he wind up with a lot of babies. We went through the same thing. I was able to spend money, get abortions, do all kind of stuff. Right. And they wouldn't go for him. They wanted the baby. They wanted him. Some other girl had him. So
originally I was like 50-50. Because once again, I know how people are. And all I've ever known is Uncle Chuck and my mama to have, a solid friendship, a solid relationship as family members. I didn't want to.
For a long time, I was mad. I was really mad with Quita because she had took my best friend from me. And it just wasn't up in my heart for me to mistreat her.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that.
I even tell you, there was some times I wanted to just, flat foot just beat her down, but
it's because of the children. I think you had the children on your mind so much.
Yeah, because you also was keeping in contact with those other children.
I've had to live with being accused of killing another human being, the man that I loved desperately. I lost my soulmate, is what I think still to this day. Somebody was not in my house with my children. But me and him came in together.
I know, but you was in the other room. But the second time, he waited till you went into the room to do a sympathy shot.
Well, he used to come over there and stay. But he was going to sleep on that couch because you're not going to have me and her too.
Right.
But they treated her like she was the wife. No. When she did what she did, you already accused me. Chuck talked to me. He said, well, I know Richard did something like this the first time.
When we read the article, we was like, this is not what?
Yeah, when I think it was Christine that came over and read it to me. And I could have killed her.
It has to be me. My wife is definitely leading the way, but it has to be me.
Right.
That ties it all together, because when I say me and my mama like this, if her legs wasn't hurting, depending on what day it is, I probably can go sit in her lap right now.
Oh, you could.
That's how close we are. But at the same time, if you are the sole reason I don't have a daddy, you got to answer for that.
Yeah.
Quita see me, she looks like, oh man, I took one of the best things in this life from him. She had this look and oh, Chucky baby,
Yeah.
And I'd be like, why are you putting on?
I'm going to be honest with you. Talking to you and your sister has been a joy and one of my favorite things.
It's been too long, but still it's right on time.
It is. I always talk about get to know your family, right?
Yeah. Right.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
We ain't never talked like this.
No.
None of the four of us. Nothing like now we never done it.
We ain't never really talked much
at
all.
If it's going to take her son and her daughter-in-law to move her out the way so y'all can get closer and therefore all of us can get closer.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm willing to do.
Done.
You said if Nene talked to your dad again, ask him why he did that stuff to me, why he put me through that, this, that, and other.
And he said basically the same exact thing. He gave me the same question to you. And he said, but that doesn't matter. But he said that doesn't matter. He said what matters is the truth.
Okay.
He's trying to remove the curse. It's happened with all the Hardy men. Whether anybody believed me or not, I didn't want to believe the stuff that he stated about you.
About me?
Yes.
What he said about me?
Towards the end of his life, he was calling you more names like the B word. He been using the B word. Yeah. And he said that bitch killed me. Like somebody called him to come over there. Like he got a call. He got multiple calls that night. And so
what, the night coming from the club where he
said he never went to the club. He never did that night.
Oh, baby, sweetheart. He knew I went out on Sunday.
How did he know where you were, though?
He knew where I was because I told him I didn't go anywhere that he didn't know.
When he shot himself the first time, he didn't shoot himself. Shoot himself.
But what did he do?
They would have went to the hospital.
What was that? The scar, baby. Too bad you didn't see. You were too young to see the scar he still had from that.
I really want you, Mama. Listen, Mama. I'm finna get emotional because I told you I don't know what's going on, and this has never happened to me. I've been with Richard for 15 years, and I started seeing my dad. You believed me when I was telling you about my dad, and now it's everything that I'm hearing from him. His dad is not true, or other people are lying about it, and it's not just one person. It's everybody that we said that said something. You saying that's not how it went. That's not what happened. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do.
I don't either because
you want to help remove the curse.
What you're doing is y'all now. It's like y'all saying, "I did okay." If you want to believe, I killed him, and if he's telling you that, to me, that's the devil. That's a lie.
22. Yeah, they both guns, but what I'm saying, they both very small guns.
He had a 22.
But
that's not a 25. I'm talking about 25.
And I asked him, "Are you sure?" He was like, "Yeah."
It's a 22. It's silver. It was silver.
He said the cop.
I said, "You get y'all to be when they bought it." And I said, "What do you do?" And here's the thing about it. He didn't tell me what he bought it. He told me that later.
Ain't but one person know what happened. That's her. She know what happened. And if it was the truth, you could see it. But when it's not the truth, it's always over here and over there. Even if it was something to happen, he ain't take me with him. I'm the dog. I'm there. I'm with him.
I like that.
Yeah.
You realize what you're saying. I think you're saying that, but my truth, okay, again.
Do I
lived it.
Okay, I'll be more direct. Do I believe everything you told us is the truth? No, I can't. That'd be impossible. And I'm gonna tell you why. I talked to gun experts. His family, nobody said it was possible for him to drive himself to the hospital after shooting himself and the bullet going in his body. There's no way for him to drive to the hospital.
I get that he never left the house. When I called the police when he did it. Why did I call the police? There was no blood flowing out. There was a hole, red. A little bit. I don't know how do I know what a flesh wound or God? All I know is he shot the damn gun, took it to the side and shot it.
All I'm saying is
this story is the first one because I was there. I'm your mother.
Right. But what I'm saying,
you going to get everything. Nobody dead. The kids were there. I called the police. So what, he had 2 separate guns and went and got another one? All I know is thing was silver. First one was silver. The gun was a gun. Silver.
I'm just saying.
The other one was silver.
You said what?
The gun, I don't know nothing about twice.
There's a Ouija board we got. And I remember messing with your mom about it because of the whole thing that Your mama knew some stuff that she kept trying to play off that she didn't know. Come on, touch it. I said, come on. Nope, I'm not. Set it on her lap, my lap.
Uh-huh.
And she put her hands on it, and then she snatched it up. I can't remember what was asked, but she got up. So she said, "Oh, man, get this thing out of here." And Princess was barking, fierce. But you know how you walk into Ridgedale, you walk to the right. That's the backside of what was actually you on there. I woke up, Queen woke up, and I walked to the front, and she was sitting there looking at the wall. And I said, "Princess, what's wrong?" She looked at me, she looked back at the wall, and she just started barking. And it was after that, your mom was like, "Get that boy out of here." I said, "Someone's in that house." Part of me thought it might have been your dad.
Right.
But I brushed it off because I think in her that might have been who she wanted to talk to.
Was this like mid-90s?
Yeah, this was mid-90s.
I could tell by the way you talking, like that kind of took you back for a minute.
Yeah, it did. I mean, the longest running joke was the only reason why I was there because of something she did and hid of mine in the backyard.
Oh, you talking about like the voodoo type thing?
Mm-hmm. It was always that thing in the back of my mind because there's certain stuff even then I couldn't shake. But
Mama would go down to Houston. She went down there a few months ago, went on a cruise and all that. Shan has a husband. What she got, brother-in-law?
Brother-in-law.
The last time I was there, and I had a breakdown, brother-in-law thought that Richard was still living.
How brother-in-law don't know that dad has been gone since '88?
Dang.
You had a whole nother marriage after that. Everybody, my wife said, "I didn't know your dad had passed in '88." I said, "Yeah, my dad been gone a long time."
Yeah.
She said, "What you say, about 2 years?"
2 years in.
I found out you had an ex-stepdad. I didn't know your mama got remarried after your dad. I said, "Yeah, she was with both for the longest." That whole thing of, well, I'm gonna be buried next to him my wife keeps saying that he's saying now, "No, you're not. Get away from me. No, we not. We had our time."
She's the reason, and really, to be honest, she's the focal reason of why he's still here. It's not that he can't move on. He's not going to until this is completely out.
He wanted to know who she is.
Yeah.
She ain't what y'all thought she was.
Mom.
She created all this.
Who is Snowman? I told you if I had a Bible, if you believed, I believe in God.
She was right about the boots. When she was describing Daddy's boots.
She was right about the boots because they didn't tear, okay?
No, we that was before.
I told you that, Richard. I ain't told you about the tear when we were up that front. I said I buried him in them boots. Not just when y'all, that was the first time you heard that. When y'all were over here at that time. When me, you, and Nene were here and y'all were watching. Kids were at the house.
Mama, I described the boost to you in February it was like February or March.
How do you think I knew that she bought the boots, baby? I confronted my husband. I knew she bought them. He said she bought them.
But later on, you talked about, his clothing and things about the case.
Well, I didn't bury her in that, but, he's my white suit. He, of course, the bottom part of it. And I had to take his clothes put them on, and I took them boots. And that was when we were together on Sledge Road. The storage.
Daddy's memorabilia in the storage, and you didn't pay the bill, and it flooded. What's that about?
That's a lie. Flooding, part of that was because of where it was at. They had issues, and yeah, it got flooded. But I don't think anything was salvageable. Not so much a non-payment. Yeah, because we both had stuff. And see, here's the other thing behind that. Okay? I didn't know how much stuff she actually still had of your dad.
Yeah, remember when they separated whatever she said, the storage bills behind her and end up, selling or whatever, and all the pictures that she had. Did she really not know? Did she know and didn't care? All those pictures, all those cars that he drew, all those...
What are you insinuating about that memorabilia?
She was saying that Bo let it go and she didn't know anything that that they was about to sell it. Now, if you're going to video, I need to put my weed on.
But this is where my son used to say he's still a man. And when he said that, I would start staying with my mom till my daddy got off, till their daddy got off.
Like right
Court.
Almost like right off in here.
Right off in there where that mirror is. That's what he was saying. You come to me, he say, Mom, I see a pain.
Almost as if he just leans and put his just like this, or just looking. It's more so like that.
You know how kids play?
Yeah, like
up and down the hallway.
Like somebody just watching.
Mm-hmm. So it was like when he said that, I would come and I would say, well, tell me where you see the man. And he would be like, I see him right there, little kids. I see him right there.
You want to know about his death.
I want to know about his life, too. That's kind of the point.
You don't believe, and I thank you for not believing everything I said was true. Thank you, son. I appreciate that.
Mama.
No, I'm serious. No.
I'm going to try to make sure that this particular curse does not go to anybody else.
It's not.
Because I would hate for that to happen to anybody.
Ain't no one gonna come and kill you.
Oh, okay. It ain't. See, you still think about me. I'm not thinking about me. I'm not thinking about me. Nene already told you she tried to kill me years ago. And if she would have succeeded, my family would have been confused and would have wondered what happened to me too. Just like Uncle Bill, just like Uncle Butch.
Oh, yeah. Somebody killed Butch? That girl wanted to kill Butch? Oh, no.
There's something else that she said over years' time that stayed with me for years. She walked up to the casket and said, "All right, Richard, get up. It's not funny anymore. Stop playing." And that stuck with me. I'm like, why would my mama say that? Why would she? But I looked at the picture and I saw something I'd never seen. I've been to a lot of funerals. He looks like he's smiling.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, I've never seen anybody in the casket look like they were smiling.
All the toxins in my spirit, reverse osmosis, I'm returning to the purest. Life roller coaster where the sirens sound like cheering. Overhead lower, cut the waist to make the clearance. Keeping no exits for the coach. Used to run in plays, but I'm retired. They like, oh, in peace I'd rather lay up, cause that too is still a goal. The goal ain't just to make it, but what's learned on journey's road. Sipping on some detox tea, no lie. The waste way beyond me, goodbye. Sipping on some detox tea, no lie.
I was still in the streets selling drugs, smoking, and drinking. Now having to learn how to be somebody's dad when I wasn't a full dad to my two daughters. You talking about maintaining a house? Nobody's taught me how to maintain a house as a man. I don't know the questions to ask. We talk about what a man is supposed to be according to the world dynamics. Who's teaching a man how to be a man in these days other than society? And society has gotten it all wrong. Just because you work hard really don't make you a man if you don't know how to love your wife right. If your kids doesn't feel your presence. That's why when I hear you on the phone and I hear the certain, just like just a few minutes ago, you got discipline. Like you said, your house is in order. They can say what they want. But I've heard in every conversation, I hear the structure.
Yeah.
And I hear the love.
Yeah.
I was talking about that one night in Bible study about breaking generational curses.
I think you've done a masterful job, and I once again, I said it before, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
From back then all the way to now, because it's not easy, and you tried. And I love you. I don't know if I said that enough in this lifetime, but I just want you to know that
never have I ever, and never will I ever stop loving you.
Thank you. I love you too.
I appreciate you in every facet. And
okay, I love you too. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later too.
Nene ran out here. Nene, where you at? My sister said she love you. I still see you the same way as my uncle. I still respect you. I appreciate you for everything you've done or tried to do, because I know it's not an easy task to be in a position where you were trying to be loyal to your side of the family, your brothers and all that they done, but also be, deal with mama and all this, because like Auntie Vet said, we weren't around for a while.
Your sisters have kind of, like, I get talking, they want to hear about daddy.
You said they don't?
No.
Yeah, but I'm the one with his name, not them.
No, Richard, that's their father that I talk and praise and
listen,
like he's a saint.
I know, but see, that's the danger of it.
Them.
But see, that's why a lot of us young men and young women end up going through same cycle with our relationships, because we don't hear the full real deal about our parents or our grandparents.
Yeah. That's why Tanya is so distant.
Yeah.
She's distant. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is about Tanya, but it's just, whenever I see her, I feel like I just want to take her in my arms and just rock her. Mm-hmm. Just rock her. Yeah, because she is dealing with some things.
If we actually go to all the people who dealt with Everett Harding, Richard, his dad, his death was the one that nobody got over.
These folks here, her life hung on Richard. My wife still carries it.
Right.
Real bad. She got it real bad. If you go talk about, she go ahead and cry.
Right.
Instantly. And for the life of me, I don't know why can't nobody let go. Our bond was, it had to be mechanics. His first car, he bought a 65 Mustang from Malone's. That's the people stay next door to Stubbs.
Okay.
A yellow Mustang. Richard was my best friend in that. Mm-hmm. I mean, we went through thick and thin together. We woke up leaving together, we come back together. Whatever he did, whatever I did, we go on dates together. When he got with your mama, and he was in love with your mama. Mm-hmm. The old John man had to let him move in her bedroom when they was in school because he couldn't get rid of that thing. A lot of times, if I go by there, I blow the horn, he stick his head out the window, out of her bedroom. All right, I'm coming. We had parties every night of the week. We was a biker set. Living it up. Yeah, we was a biker set. We had the Hellraisers on one night, the Memphis Gentlemen on the next night. Monday night was our night. Creek Brothers was Monday night. Right. You know.
Man, Richard, man. When we were coming up, Richard, I'd be trying to fight Richard. Richard and Robert, they would never hit me. They would do stuff to torture me, but they wouldn't hit me. They wouldn't hurt me. Man, me and Richard, we, I remember Tanya and Tasha, they were the only two.
Right.
They were stationed in Virginia. I went to stay with Richard 2 weeks before I went to Pennsylvania.
Uh-huh.
But Richard hit me to a lot of stuff that I hadn't seen here in Memphis.
Very active, very funny. Always had nicknames for us, and he was silly too. Run up and jump on the porch. He would never use the steps. He would always jump on the porch and be animated. He was very animated.
Oh, that's why I do that.
That's where you get it from.
I thought I just did that organically. I see now that's because of that. No wonder when Mama was staying with us when we had Bear, she kept saying, "Oh, you do that just like your daddy."
You see that black car sitting upside that garage out there? That car ain't moved since day one he brought it to the house.
Right.
It got a brand new motor to take off right now.
Yeah, I know.
And he would not let that car touch that ground.
I was hoping I could make it.
It been sitting there since day one. Richard died. It's set right there. Try. That's the key to success.
Yeah.
If you don't try, if you ain't got a dog in the hunt. That's what me and Richard. That's what we did. Yeah. We tried, and as we tried, that's when we grew.
That's how I knew I felt his energy here. So he would come here with you, y'all were here.
Yeah.
I kept wondering why I was feeling his energy. I said Okay.
I can go out there now and you start scratching around, you're gonna see some motor parts that me and him took loose, you know. Yeah, motor parts. What was his favorite song?
I'm gonna tell you what my mama said. One of his favorite songs was Whip It. I don't know if that's true or not.
His favorite song was Flashlight.
Flashlight.
He go when they say boy, him in them boots, he got his boots tied up. We look for where he go. Flashlight. If you want to see it, go mama.
Oh, man.
Sit there and play Flashlight. I guarantee you're gonna see the play.
It's crazy because we was watching a movie. I don't remember. Love Don't Cost a Thing. We was just watching the movie and they had the song on there.
Yeah.
And we was in there dancing. I was like, I said, I don't know why my energy feels a little hype.
That first little tune they play, by then he all the way across the floor coming back. The day I got married, I got married that day around 11, 12 o'clock. And as soon as I got married, I took my suit and stuff off and put my bike clothes on. Me and him left on the bike. Somebody else said, hey man, I thought you got married today. I said, I did. I'm already on the road. Yes, sir. So now who I'd rather be with? Oh, man. My wife or him? That's what I'm talking about. My dog, boy. Yes, sir. Man. Yes, sir.
Of me. And I love him and miss him. I can just see his face.
I knew that's what they had to
laying
be.
on these roots. We be on these roots, putting transmissions in, pulling motors, all that stuff. Yep.
And what is this red one? That's
that's my Maverick. 72
okay.
Maverick.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's my Galaxy.
I ain't seen the Galaxy in so long.
See, that's what I had in high school, and after I retired, I went and found one.
Oh, okay.
Yep, 65 Galaxy. Do some bike riding. Let me know. See?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, this one is mine, and those two belong to my partner, but they mine.
Yeah, my garage, yeah.
Yeah, California. He live in California. He'll come home,
okay.
fly home and ride them around the block a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a transmission. Then come out this car here.
Okay.
I was trying to put together. It's a little warm in here. I got my big fan with that fan.
Yeah, that's a nice little ride. What kind of car is this one?
That's a guy here. It's some kind of Ford Fairlane, about a 67.
Yeah, I knew it had to
Fairlane.
be in the 60s.
Yeah, 67 Fairlane with a, oh man, it's all digital inside. You hit the button, the roof
Oh, he
comes
got
down.
the digital. Okay.
Yeah, and it's got the remote start like a new car.
Uh-huh.
You punch the button and it'll crank up.
Oh man, that's nice. That's nice. I look good, don't I? How good? Real good? Kind of good? Real good. I just want to say thank you for watching. I want to say thank you to all of the men that served in the service in my family during their times. These were really special men. These were flawed men. Let's not forget that. Let's continue to learn from their lessons. Let's continue to grow, continue to heal, and most of all, let us continue to love. Because that is what's sorely missing in a lot of families and a lot of relationships is love. I believe in forgiveness in certain seasons rhythms. Don't believe in forgiveness of enemies, unlike Christians. If you have made yourself an enemy of King Richard, aka Tricky Jr., that is on you. See, I'm all about love. I'm all about understanding. I'm all about communication. I'm all about the foundation of peace and unity. See, it's a lot of people that don't believe in that. It's a lot of people that don't believe they're ever wrong. They have no remorse for what they did. If you have no remorse and you cannot acknowledge the wrongs that you have done, you have not grown. It is mandatory that we start with the mirror before we start with the world. And a lot of us do not do that. And it is sad that there is a curse, or was a curse, on my father's side of the family. They didn't know what was going on. But it was up to me and my wife Janika to bring it to everyone's attention. No one or nothing can stand in the way of your true purpose. And I'll be honest, I'm not even sure if this was really my purpose. But my daddy knew for sure I was the man for the job. So, despite everyone who will be mad about this, despite everyone who finds this distasteful, finds this disrespectful, divisional, I just want you all to know that the things that you heard in this docu-series are 100% real. This is not about a monetary grab. This is not about chasing clout. This is not about trying to demean someone or minimize or dehumanize anyone. Quite the opposite. But see, it takes someone different in every single family to change the trajectory of the family and start a new, clean path. Hence the reason that I'm wearing white. Someone who has a dirty soul could never be dressed in white like this. See, when you're clean from the inside out, when your soul is pure, when your heart is pure, when your intentions are pure, it will resonate everywhere you go. See, I used to think I didn't have that glow like my father and my mother. But come to find out, no one had that glow more than my father. The stories that I heard about him after his passing, from the people who really knew him best, were positive. They were loving. They were things that people say about me. So in honor of all the Hardys, from the oldest to the youngest, I give you honesty, transparency, grace, love, forgiveness, understanding, communication, healing. This was a tough journey. This was a tough road, I will not lie. Exciting? Yes. Scary? Lots of times. At the end, I wasn't sure what I would find. Still not sure. But I know one thing, as my stepfather used to say, you've never wavered. Same passion from Alpha till Omega said I'm done. So for the next generations, past generations, and even the current generations, I hope more than anything that you take away from this that we're stuck in a cycle. But it doesn't have to be that way. Like I said, we will start with the mirror. That will push the progress forward. So many times I thought to myself, I'm lost out here in the world. What do I do? How can I ever live up to my father's insurmountable legacy? I realize I'm doing just fine. And I've honored that legacy and will continue for the rest of my life. Thank you everyone involved in this. They gave me no pushback. They gave my wife no pushback. Thank you to everyone who has watched, supported, cared about, asked about, shared their stories. I greatly appreciate you and I do not take it for granted. King Richard, aka God around.
I feel accomplished because of my measurements on rulers. Isn't happiness and also inside my medulla. Thankful for my family even if I ain't knew them. And may they rest in peace. It's like dirty as sewers. Proud to be a part of something legendary that's so enduring that it seems like we are in the past.
My bad, family. That ain't even the right one. Here you go.
when I asked you, I said, man, I know some people that probably could help you out in the industry.
Right.
I said, no, I want to do this on my own. I didn't understand why you said it like that or why you were doing that, but I do now.
Gotta give them more cause I'm extra. One time Hardy boys for who next up. Old issues avoided, read the lesson. We know Richard been the source for who next up. Gotta give them more cause I'm extra. One time Hardy boys for who next up. Old issues avoided, read the lesson. We know Richard been the source for who next up. Gotta rap in the flesh beyond the surface. Brought it back, receipt kept, don't want the purchase. Only dealing truth in the facts, reason they nervous. Claiming I'm annoying like Nats, this age working. Hard in Maine, from the south, we bred different. Honor names, watch your spouse, could be a victim. Thinking that it's sweet, pay attention when they snicker. They plotting for a piece of our DNA elixir. Legacy stronger, spread the real to the land. After summer are gone, the lies and schemes are grand. I may move like a loner, but of love I'm a fan. Look at family, we grown up, it's time to leave Neverland. Lack of communication and female infiltration. We discipline the bodies, let the pain and scatter babies. Promote life education and residential staying. 24/7, fumble real, I'm dropping truth daily. Gotta give them more cause I'm extra. One time Hardy boys for who next up. Old issues avoided, read the lesson. We know Richard been the source for who next up. Gotta give them more cause I'm extra. One time Hardy boys for who next up. Old issues avoided, read the lesson. We know Richard been the source for who next. I am the retribution, covert in my execution. Left some feelings hurt, but bringing resolutions. Daddy fresh out that dirt, searching for restitution. He said the end ain't that hurts, and you just queen to prove it. Rare revelations never seen before. Lead to elevation, wholesome justice get restored. I've been rising like inflation, wonder who the source. Must be integrity that raised me honored to be the boy. Flex like a gym body of a hottie, I'm melodic. Alkaline inside a spirit rim and sink it's the melodic. Carry blood like a karate, any blockage get about it. Lyric pilot, fly the topic, overhead expensive profit. This what God and rap in the flesh do. Musically, bless you, no hex, the curse through. Breaking for generations, found a code in the matrix. Rich is so calculated, they think the AI made it.
Hey man, my phone in my house is open to you anytime.
Hey, thank you, man. I really do appreciate that, man.
Mr. Hardy, I want to thank you and your boys.